Good afternoon, Abbotsford residents. I'm Mr. Pelican. I'm running for the mayor of Abbotsford. I'm up on Ledgeview. A few weeks ago, I did a video. I was going to do a video here where an Abbotsford, a Ford pickup, a big Ford pickup cornered me, and he threatened me that he was an Abbotsford police officer. And he ordered me to pull over and he could show me his badge. I bet you he could show me the end of his gun too. Road raged, cornered me and everything. I put a reward out for him to find that Ford pickup. I also knew that the Abbotsford police watched my podcasts. And if it was their officers, Colin Watts would have assured me for my safety, that they have that officer. He would assured me and Abbotsford residents that he's under investigation even if he is an undercover task force officer on the drug squad. And I would want his face exposed because I know if he's done this, people will come forward and say, that's the guy that grabbed me and raped me in the bushes. And so we don't want this shield or this stuff. We don't want his belief of his company. This man endangered my life, but he took road rage and everything. But if not, Colin Watts would have been calling a press conference addressing that you saw what happened to Mr. Pelican, and we know what Gabriel did with the signs and electoral. We know what Dave Sadu did, and we know Henry tried to kill him. And we know Mike Sergier covered it up. We know what Gertie Purdy did, and we know what Keelan Olenoff did, threatening him. And we know Mike DeYoung told him to cut a deal. And we know what Dave Sadu did. And we know all the rest of the councillors were cowards, but these guys took actions. And so it might have been one of them, and we're going to search all their trucks and vehicles their own. Or if not, assuring the general public that there's an officer, a person going around as posing an officer. When you're not doing it, Colin Watts, when you're not doing it, and you're not coming out, you know you're trying to do damage control, and that pisses people off even worse. Your little scabby team, and I'm entitled to something. We're a registered company. Look at the boys. We want prostitutes next week. Great investigators. Then they got to throw Brad this. Brad, get in here, take a picture. Rub that little baby's shoulder, me, Brad. Can't stand their own 2 feet. This is what I was coming up to do, a video here on Ledgeview. When the Augustine billionaire wanted to build here, Henry stopped him with counsel, and Darren Brown was my buddy at that time and showed me. He couldn't get in his back pocket because the Augustine billionaire was worried insider trading. And them guys don't make their fortune to lose it. And this is why Molson and John Deere wouldn't build in Abbotsford, because Henry wanted a piece of the pie. Henry needs a piece of the pie. And them conglomerate companies lose everything. And I bet you they're looking at my videos and go, wow, ain't we lucky we didn't cut a deal with that shitbox Henry Brown. And Henry blocked him. But when Cooper's Farm came, 3,000 people for Polygon were blocked. Council ran their signs all up on the property, not on the buffer zone, on the property. The RCMP made me shoot the video of the council on the signs on their property, but the ones that ain't elected weren't there. Marty Sandhu didn't have her sign. Polygon didn't let her. Mark Warkentine, the lawyer, these lawyers, these lawyers, Colin Watts, they're everywhere. I can't go to sleep about these lawyers. These lawyers are everywhere. Mark Warkentine's sign for Abbotsford First, put up right on the top of the advertising of Diverse, right up top. Mark Warkentine, running for City Council. I wonder if he's the land title that moved the property, that lawyer, LLP. And he's the City Council. Oh, he needed to get in. Oh, he needed to get in. Anything to get in. And there are lifts on jobs. Now, you cannot say no to the developer, Colin Watts, because he paid for your free ride. You owe him. This is preferential treatment. Things that fail in the building inspection passed. No flaggers, no magnets, everything. Everything that I shot on videos to show that I wasn't being petty. I was showing that Ron Funk was getting all that preferential treatment. It wasn't that I was nitpicking and showing, oh, look at he did this. I was showing Magna was told to stand down and save him hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines. And all the demoing done by the city and everything were told, and he was allowed legal stuff. Preferential treatment. Given a pass. That means half of his shit on his job site didn't even get inspected, he just called it, yeah, Rob, do the next floor, Rob. Oh, don't put rebar in, go ahead, Rob. This is why you don't run them signs. And this is Peter Sparanese, Rob Isaac, city engineer. This is why Ken Pop-Up, the mayor, red carded him when he was hauling the illegal sorry to Chilliwack. Ken phoned the city of Abbotsford and said, get it shut down. You're not shitting in my backyard. His city staff did. Don't haul that contaminated stuff here. This is preferential treatment. This is what took place on Dave Sidhu's property, Colin Watts. The city council, insider trading, Colin Watts, and I got an investigator that's asking for more money every year. Tax increase for the lazy slobs, the lazy garbage slobs. More, you know, we got to get an article out. There's gangs. We got to get a picture with Alex Mitchell. Lifting Dave Sidhu's property, insider trading. I did a video today showing you that them homeowners in that thing were blocked by city council, which will be aired today. But let me tell you, Colin Watts, about Amric Moran, another lawyer. This is lawyer season. Another lawyer. Ed's a lawyer, Mike's a lawyer, Mark Workendine's a lawyer, Jerry Palmer with the alcohol in the back of King Haven's house. Oh, all these lawyers. And you got yourself in this big mess with all these lawyers. Great advice. Amric Moran is not only a lawyer, he used the ledge for leverage over other city councils, and he's guaranteed to win now because all the South Asians said we saw it on the ledge videos where they speak at the ledge, all his advertising, and that's how we knew he was running. So that lifted him. That's lifted him. It's breaking news. But he's got experience in construction, Amric Moran, and he's holding your hand now closer than Paul Walker with Bradvis. Now you take Amric Moran and you sit the little ledge cheater down and you ask Amric, I want your construction experience. Who qualified you? Oh, Henry, maybe Rom Funk. Oh, maybe Rob San Diego from Archway. Somebody had to give him that knowledge. That development sign, let me show you. This is what I was going to show you. It stands there in the daytime from about 2 o'clock it's here, it's put up. At 2 o'clock it's here, and all day from 2 till about 9 at night it stays there like that. At 9 at night it lays down, see where that mark is right in front of it, that grass mark, and it lays down all day till tomorrow at 2. And then it does that, and it repeats itself, and it just keeps doing it. It's self-activating, and it just keeps doing it, and it flips it up and down and up and down and up and down. Now, Amric Moran knows that this is the construction experience. It's called cheating. It's called cheating to get it through. And then what happens on each end of this property is that development sign supposed to be front and center so the public can see it. And it ain't. City engineers, city lawyer. Oh, there's another lawyer. Oh, these lawyers. I gotta get these lawyers. Oh man, Abbotsford is a lawyer town. If you're a lawyer, I suggest you just pack up wherever you're living and move to Abbotsford. City lawyer knows that that's supposed to be on zoning permits and in each corner so the general public and everybody driving can go by. And it's not. But then it's laid down and stood up and laid down and stood up. And after a year or 2 years, you go into the city meetings to this community that says, well, I don't want all these 20,000 new homes and all this stuff and everything, and it's blocking my view. And what happens is the city councillors that act like jury to pass a decision like they did on Cooper's Farm over 3,000. They were the jury. They passed it over Cooper's without going back. They were embraved after so many years of doing this. They didn't even check themselves. One day they would get caught. And then what happens when you go to that public hearing, the city argues and Rob Isaac comes and he takes a picture there of that. And then he shows the community that it was there legitimately, and he's involved in this dirty little scam too, because he knows it's supposed to be on 6x6s and put way up in the air. Then the city argues that to the general public, you're too late, it's been there, and everybody goes out, I didn't see it. And oh, it wasn't there. And then you don't argue back because the city tries to make you Peter Sparanese. Oh, he's a master. Sparanese's a master. That city lawyer, oh, that city lawyer. And they tried to argue that it was there. And they were cheating all the way along. And they owed the developers. But this is what got people threatened. This is what got Henry to get in his car and try to end my life. This is what caused Dave Sidhu to rig elections. This is what made Mike Sir cover Henry's attempted murder and charges. This is what led the Abbotsford police to stalk me and threaten me. Worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and they didn't consider it was organized crime. You know why? Because they were benefiting off of it. And when I went to the RCMP with my experience and what Darren Brown showed, they said, quote, this is what they said, Colin Watts, they're lifting the lands, they're rigging the decisions, they're lobbying the money from the federals and provincials, and they loaded the city councils to enrichinate themselves, and they won't let any outsiders come in, and that jeopardizes it, and they got it pretty much tied up. This is a great officers, great officers. We want you to run to council. It'll scare them, we'll get a little panic, and we'll see what they did. And they never thought Henry was going to go this far and Ross was going to go this far. So I would suggest, Colin Watts, you get in your car in the morning, you bring Amick Moran, and you hold his hand like you're doing all day long. And you say, now use your bloody construction experience and your 25 years of a lawyer. And how come that's happening? And he's got to answer you. It's organized crime. It's lift to the land to get the developers in. It's worth millions of dollars. All these guys stand to make millions in a free ride where other people save. And your taxes got to be increased to get the water and sewer and services up here, all for the scam. Oh, look at it, Colin Watts. We can't do nothing, Colin Watts. You got a brand new Chevy truck, Colin Watts. Look at the building you got. Oh, Colin Watts, you got another picture on Brad Viss and Alex Mitchell's lap, Colin Watts. Colin Watts, please, please, Colin Watts, tell your top investigators, go out, find Mr. Pelican, find the developers, and start beating them more. Run them off the road, Colin Watts. Colin Watts, everything we worked through. You got to go to jail. And it calls for the best. It's out of control. It calls for the RCMP. And this is why Brad Viss is trying to send his shithole picture and his endorsements like he did with Ian Black, and he fell, another Liberal. And everybody went to work to squash Ian Black. That his endorsements in Abbotsford, and he's not in mission fixing the homeless and everything, is tried to overlook that Brad Viss is this big guy. He's Ed Bass' secretary. He's got no weight or no juice. And he's trying to in here to overshow it. So if you say, Brad, let's go up to Ledgeview, I want you to speak on that dirty stuff. Brad will run and he won't come out. Then take Brad to Dave Sidhu's property and say, Brad, I want you to speak on Dave Sidhu's property on all this development with your MP position. And Brad's going to run. Take him to Mackenzie Bog. Brad's going to run. Take him to all the diverse sites. Brad's going to run. Brad's going to run. He's going to run. He's going to shave his head bald, like I said Corky was, and he's going to sit in the Parliament building in the back so nobody recognizes him. And these old geezers that were doing it, played the Abbotsford steroid juice pumping, snorting little boys to carry their threats and wrecked their whole lives. So if you think I'm happy with an investigation for my town, if you think I'm happy with you bringing in experts, that's not going to make anybody happy. What has to happen is a total dismantle, a reassurance to my whole community that the RCMP in here and everything gets open, and these guys are going to go to the Hooskow. And when these guys start getting pressured, they're going to go to Henry and say, Henry, if you wouldn't have tried to kill Mr. Pelican and use that garbage chief, that trash, that washed up shit that you parade anywhere, Mike Sir, to do that and threaten, this would have never been in the opening. And I would have said, Mike Sir's going to say, nope. If Henry wouldn't have brought his loudmouth son into the city and operated under him, we would have all got away with it and nobody would have known it. And that there, Colin Watts, tells you we have to go in front of our Supreme Courts, whether you like it or not. And we have to run down, but to try to fool Abbotsford that the top police investigators weren't involved. You're more stupider than anybody. You're more stupider than Mike Sir. You're more stupider than Henry Brown. You're more stupider than Dave Sidhu. More stupider than Ross dumping his land. You're just dumbfounded. Pressing your shirt and taking pictures with Brad ain't going to overshine anything. Carney's watching it because Carney knows the federal Conservatives are getting hammered to pieces because this is a Conservative riding and they were involved in doing it. I'm live. Ledgeview, Abbotsford, British Columbia.